Niner Empire. What's good? You know who it is. It's your boy, Jay in the Bay. What a victory by your San Francisco 49ers. 31-14 over the good old LA Rams at their stadium, Levi South, aka SoFi Stadium. What a victory for the San Francisco 49ers. We're now at 500, 4-4, heading into the bye week, and what a place to be. Definitely did not want to go into the bye week with a loss, especially to a division rival team. And I was impressed by the 49ers. I don't know about you, Faithful. I don't know about you, Niner Empire, but I was definitely impressed by this 49ers team, definitely in the second half. Now, were there some mistakes? Of course. There were mistakes on both sides of the ball, but we came out on top. And honestly, I was a little surprised, to be honest with you, Faithful. I was definitely surprised by some things that I saw. But doesn't matter. I'm definitely happy about the outcome. Like I said, to beat a division opponent, we're still undefeated in the division, and I think the Seattle Seahawks are leading the division still, the NFC West. I think the Cardinals lost today to the Vikings, so definitely happy about that. But man, what a victory! And the man behind me, CMC, played a pivotal role, in this game. And this is why we brought over CMC. I mean, I didn't know he could throw the ball, but hey, he could throw the ball. Obviously, we know he can run, he can catch it. I think he had about 150 rushing and receiving yards. And then you add in that throw to the Ayuk show, Brandon Ayuk. I think that was like a 34-yard throw. So Christian McCaffrey, all-purpose yards, 180 plus yards. I mean, man, this man is a beast, that's for sure. One thing I could nitpick about is at the end of the game, I'm not sure why Shanahan still had the offensive and defensive starters in the game. I don't know why, but I just wanted to get that off my chest. So I think it was like 4 minutes, maybe 40 seconds to go. No idea why the starters were still in the game. That's something we can definitely improve on. And there's some other things we can improve on. But what a great feeling to go into the bye week with a victory. And then we head, we play, I think the next, 3 out of the next 4 games are at home. Technically, the game in Mexico City, the 49ers are technically the home team. But, 3 out of 4 games are next at home. So, hey, man, we can definitely make some noise in this division in the next month, with some victories. That's for sure. Now, this show is a interactive show. This is a call-in show. I will be dropping the link off in the comment section, probably at the 10-minute mark. And of course, I would be reading comments all throughout the show. If you guys are excited about that 49ers victory, make sure you smash that like button. If you haven't, make sure you subscribe to Jay in the Bay. Make sure you hit that bell notification as well, man. I mean, what a win. It wasn't a perfect victory. No one said it was perfect. I was telling my wife that I think, the Niners got a little lucky in this game. And you could say, hey, teams get lucky in every game in the NFL. In life, we know sometimes there's luck involved when success comes your way. Hey, Jimmy G could have had 2 interceptions today. Jalen Ramsey, I don't know how he dropped that ball, but I'm glad he did. That's all I can say. Christian McCaffrey had 2 fumbles. Both were recovered by the 49ers. So those were, 4 opportunities where the game could have flipped. But like I said before, luck was on our side. Huge shout out if you're watching Jay in the Bay Facebook, Jay in the Bay YouTube, and Jay in the Bay on Twitter. And let's get into these comments before I open up the phone line. Blue True, what's good? Blue True says, at Dark Heart, God bless you, my man. Have a great week. Yeah, Dark Heart, I'm sure you guys can see it. Dark Heart was in the comments after last week's game, just saying that the faithful aren't faithful and all this stuff. And at the end of the day, I was like, hey, man, just enjoy the game. Have a good weekend. And let's see if Dark Heart shows up in the chat tonight. We'll see what happens. We got the Niner Sickness podcast in the building. What's good? Appreciate you coming into the stream tonight, Beto. He says, what's up, Jay in the Bay and the faithful, the best fans in the NFL. I'm sure you guys already know Niner Sickness. If you don't, man, just type in Niner Sickness in the YouTube search window and check out Niner Sickness, man. Excellent content creator, man. We got Corey Davis, aka KD, in the building. What's good? How you doing tonight, KD? You excited about that victory, man? I know you are. Appreciate you coming into the stream. And I think this weekend it was your birthday, so happy birthday to you, KD, man. Hopefully you had an excellent birthday with friends and family, man. Sean Tuber, what's good? Sean Tuber says, hi, Jay. It's a win, baby. Exactly. Yeah, I'm sure tonight or today it felt like riding a bike, right? For Jimmy G. I mean, outside of those incomplete passes, those those dropped interceptions, I mean, Jimmy G, you can't get any better as far as accuracy. He was 21 of 25. Whatever it is, I don't know what it is. Jimmy G plays well versus the LA Rams. I don't know what it is, but 21 of 25, 235 yards passing, 2 touchdown passes. I mean, you really can't get no better than that. And Brandon Ayuk, he also had 6 catches, 81 yards. 34 yards was his longest catch. But what I was more impressed about was 6 of 6. Jimmy was looking to the left and looking to the right. And he did that 6 times to Brandon Ayuk, and he completed all 6 of his passes, man. So that's 100% accuracy. You can't get no better than that. So, hey, I got to hand it to him. We just got to continue this accuracy for Jimmy G. If he could go 20 of 25 every game, I'll take that right now with 2 touchdowns. I'll definitely take that right now. So, hey, Jimmy played well. A lot of guys played well. Fred Warner led the team in tackles this game. I think Bosa had a sack. Obviously, CMC with the rushing touchdown, receiving touchdown, looking like Air Jordan out there. Also had the passing touchdown as well. So, man, a lot of guys played well, in this game. We have Sejan in the building. What's good? How you doing tonight, Sejan? Sejan says, what's good, Jay? And congratulations to your Seahawks, man. They won at home versus the New York Giants. Hey, maybe the Seahawks are legit, man. That's going to be an interesting matchup when the Niners and Seahawks play again. We beat you guys the first time, but hey, this Seahawks team looks different. That's for sure. So we'll see what happens the next game. Sejan says, put some respect on our name. Yeah, you're right about that, man. I can't even front, Sejan, man. Hey, y'all looking good, man. I can't even lie. And I'm looking forward to when the Niners play the Seahawks again, because that game should be, is that game? I think that game's going to be in Santa Clara, I believe. No, that game's going to be in Seattle. So that game's going to be December 15th in Seattle when the Niners have to play the Seahawks. Looks like that's going to be a prime time game, December 15th. So, hey, man, that's going to be an interesting matchup, man. Very interesting matchup. Sean Tuber says, that's good. Absolutely. We got David V63 in the building. What's good? Appreciate you coming into the stream tonight, DV. He says, what's good, brother J? LFG, go Niners, man. Absolutely. What a victory. I'm looking forward to see what the Rams fans have to say about this game, man. I'm interested to see what the content creators, the ones that I know, the Rams content creators, Payo Time, Ramelia Sports Report, Rams House, what y'all got to say, man. I'm curious to see what y'all got to say about this game, man. But I will open up the lines now, so to speak. This is a call-in show tonight. You can feel free to show your face just how you see me, or you can do a voice call. No worries. Just all I ask is keep it respectful. You know, I show you guys respect. I expect the same in return. That's all I ask. And I love to hear what you guys feel, how you guys feel about this victory, man. I love to. And here's the link right here. Feel free to click on it. And let's continue on with these comments. Hey Zeus, what's good? Saludos. Hey Zeus says, how would you grade the offensive line performance from the San Francisco 49ers? I think they did a solid job. You know, credit to Shanahan and credit to Jimmy G. You know, they got the ball out quick. You know, there weren't too many 6-7 step drops. So I think, you know, Jimmy G got the ball out quick, and that helped this offensive line for sure. That's for sure. But we do have our first guest on the line. Let's bring on this gentleman. We got KD in the building. What's good? If I can get KD on the screen. Here we go, KD. How you doing, man?
Hey,
What'd you think about this picture, man?
I'm doing so great today. I'm so happy. Yesterday, my family surprised me. A birthday, my 53rd birthday party. It surprised me. My brother took me out to eat to get me away from the house. They decorated my house, my backyard.
Oh
49ers.
wow. Oh
Had a
wow.
surprise.
That's dope.
They took all the stuff down now. You can't hardly see it no more. But it was, so I come home, get a surprise. Didn't know it was coming. Didn't know. I just thought I'm gonna have lunch and then come home, get on my tri bike, and so come home and all my family here, and they had everybody was like dressed in red and gold.
That's dope, man. That's so
And
nice of your family to do that for you, man. That's dope.
yeah, and I was just so
And the
surprised.
49ers and the
And
49ers got you a present, a
and
victory.
then today, my 49ers beat the Rams. And and my nephew, I'm going to the San Diego game.
Oh,
I mean,
okay,
I say
cool.
LA Chargers
The
game.
Chargers, yeah, nice. So
Because
yeah,
my
they
nephew,
play in 2 weeks. That's a Sunday night game.
yeah, my nephew, he buying the tickets. It's me, my
Mm.
2 brothers, and his wife going, and my other nephew
Hey man,
going
that's
to the
dope, man.
game.
Enjoy the game. When was the last time you were at a game?
It might have been 2, 3 years ago
Okay. Hey man, enjoy the
when we was
game, man.
losing.
Hey man, hopefully you can bring some positive vibes, positive energy to the game in 2 weeks, man. But it's definitely great to go into the game, or excuse me, go into the bye week with a
Bye,
victory, man. Yeah,
victory.
hey,
Yeah.
I think it uplifts the team and uplifts the fan base, man. You know, there's really nothing like it, man. But you know, which player on the field today were you most impressed by?
Today, I guess I gotta say the defense coach. I didn't, the change of the second in the second half.
Yeah.
First, we let the Rams go down to field 2 times and get into the scores, and I was like, oh, here we go again. I thought we gonna see the same thing we seen in at Kansas City and Atlanta game. I'm like, oh god, our defense can't seem to stop. But I maybe Fred Warner stepped up, or
Yeah.
our defensive coordinator made some change or something. Something happened where our defense finally just like, nope, no more, no more.
Yeah, the defense, the pressure was actually able to get to Stafford. I think that was a huge difference in the second half. And it was good to see that the 49ers defense was able to get off the field on third downs, because we struggled with that in the first half of this game. Hell, we struggled with that the last two games with getting off the field on third down. And the 49ers, the blitz was able to get home. And, Greg Olson, the one of the commentators on the game, had mentioned that the 49ers defense they were doing like twists where one defensive lineman would go to the right, another defensive lineman or Fred Warner would go to the left, and it would confuse the offensive line. So, yeah, man, that was a huge, huge difference in the game. And Fred Warner also led the team in tackles too. So, great game overall by the defense. Only allowed 14 points and no points in the second half. So, that was a great defensive performance for sure.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I might should not say nothing yet till it comes concrete, until I see something. But I'm gonna go ahead. Might get one of our old defensive back as an interview.
Yeah? Oh, really?
There's a girl that was at my birthday party. She knows him.
Okay.
And he said next time she calls, she's gonna try to hook us up. Tim McIver.
Maybe Tim McDonald?
No.
Is he a current player?
He was defensive back. Right.
He's a current player?
No,
he
used to be.
Maybe Tim McDonald. I know he played safety in
No.
the 90s. No.
Right. Not
His last
Tim.
name's right. Last name's right. Yeah, no names are coming to mind. But hey, man, if you're able to get that interview, man, that's dope. You're able to get that interview, that's dope. Put it up on YouTube. We could all watch it, man.
He was with Ronnie Lott back in them days. I can't.
Okay. Hey, if it comes back to you, just leave it in the chat, and then and then that way we'll know. But hey, man, I appreciate you calling in tonight, and enjoy this victory, man. You have a great weekend.
Okay. Hey, man, I'm having my calling show tonight too.
What time you going on?
7.
Okay. All right. Hey, man, you have a great show, man. Appreciate you coming in to mine.
You too. So anybody want to come join me?
Happy birthday again to you, man. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Hey, no worries. All right. That was KD. And we have another caller on the line. Goes by the name of Jag. Let's bring this gentleman in. What's good? What do you think about that victory tonight, Jag? How you doing tonight?
I'm doing fantastic. How about yourself?
Hey, I'm doing excellent. Man, that was a hell of a victory tonight, especially over the LA Rams. We know that rivalry runs deep. Man, what was most impressive to you tonight?
The obvious one, right, was McCaffrey. He had a historic day. He's the first 49er to ever score 3 touchdowns, one by run, the other one catching, receiving, and then throwing a pass. So in the whole history, he's the first 49er to ever do that. Yeah, so I mean that was awesome. And then of course Jimmy he had a couple of passes that were kind of iffy, but other than that, and here's the thing, that there was some furniture moving around or some Gatorade things being tossed in the halftime because they came out and they buttoned everything up. The defense just was on point. D'Amico Ryans made some great adjustments.
Yeah.
Kyle made some great adjustments. We scored 3 touchdowns. That was like, I was tripping out. I was like, what's going on here? So that was kind of like what I really liked about it.
Yeah, I was surprised by her second half performance for sure. I felt like Sean Tuber says, I was worried at halftime. I was as well. We were having trouble in the first half in getting the Rams offense off the field on third down. They were able to move the ball down the field, and that totally changed in the second half. And that was definitely great to see. And like you said, man, the offense, I was shocked by what I saw. We actually were aggressive on offense. Like, we moved the ball down the field. We wanted to put the Rams away. And I just wish our offense would play like that every game, but man, it was definitely a sight to see. That's for sure. We get this victory. We go into the bye week, and now we're 4-4. We've got the LA Chargers next. That's going to be a tough matchup for sure against the LA Chargers. But man, we're going to get some guys back. Jason Verrett should be coming back, possibly Elijah Mitchell, Deebo Samuel. Do you think, I know it's just one victory, but do you think this team, if it continues to play like this, can get to the playoffs?
Oh, definitely. And yes, and that the thing about it is when Deebo comes back, can you imagine the offense? I mean, it's going to be Deebo and McCaffrey.
Yeah.
And then we get Juice. We get Juice back.
Whew.
I mean, that's going to be a supercharged offense. And if Jimmy plays clean game, if he plays a clean game, continues to operate the offense the way it is and execute, we're going to be a great offense. And the other thing is, of course, that our schedule, is as far as traveling, I think we don't go past, we don't go to the East Coast anymore. I think we stay over here pretty close to like the Seahawks and all that, the Cardinals in Mexico City, I think. And so that's going to help because it's going to be less wear and tear on the, the travel back and forth and all that kind of stuff. So,
exactly.
And then plus we play Tampa Bay. They're a little bit down now. And then we play, of course, the Seahawks is, I think we can beat them. And even though they're playing really, really well, the Cardinals, we'll see. But, like historically, they kind of fall off the map in the second half. And so the Dolphins, that's going to be a good one. But that's going to be at home with McDaniels being the coach. So, yeah, I'm confident, Jay. I'm confident that we're going to be able to put it together. McCaffrey's like, just like, man, you think about it. Was it a good trade? A second, a third, a fourth, and then a fifth for that? Yes.
Absolutely.
Was it worth it? I mean, right. Just this game right here, it shows how explosive and what a great player he is when he's surrounded with other great players, and they
Exactly.
So I'm really happy. And, I'm just so happy that for 2 weeks, I don't have to hear nothing. I don't have to hear nothing from the Rams.
Yeah.
I don't have to hear nothing. It's going to be a great 2 weeks. And let's get back on track against the Chargers. And the thing is, we're there at our home.
Yep.
We're going to have a home game at SoFi.
Exactly. Well, the Chargers game is actually going to be, at Levi's.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's going to be great then. That's going to be great. And then, but I mean, it's going to be a good game. You can't, take it one game at a time. But if we stay focused and we can play like we played today, yes, I think we'll make the playoffs. I'm going to let you go, Jay. I know you got probably some other people. And of course, I always love your show. And you stay blessed, you and your family.
Hey, same to you, man. Same to you and your family. And thanks for the call. You're always welcome, man. Appreciate you.
All right, man. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Right, see you later, Jack.
All right. Bye-bye.
All righty. That was Jack. Going to bring on someone else. But first, we got to address this donation to the intheBay YouTube channel. Hot diggity dog. Appreciate you, Blue True, for that $31 super chat. Blue True says, congrats on the win, Niner Empire and Jay in the Bay. Wow, appreciate that, Blue True. That's so kind of you. Appreciate that. Let's bring on our next guest. And you guys know him well. Goes by Beto, a.k.a. Niner Sickness. Let's bring this gentleman on to the show. What's good? How you doing tonight, Beto?
Rudy.
He's gonna be real quiet now.
I text him right after the game. So
yeah.
I'm fired up, man. Levi South, baby. Levi South. Whose house? Oh, yeah. Niners house.
Absolutely.
Listen, did you see all that red going on in there? And when you hear when you see Matthew Stafford putting his hands to his helmet trying to listen to the call
right
at home,
what a shame.
a testament of how faithful we are. Even with an embarrassment loss like we did last week, Niners faithful still showed up to that game with pride, man. I'm so proud of my team on what they did today. And man, it was looking kind of dire a little bit in the first half with all those screens. It's like we couldn't stop all those screens. They were throwing screens at us after screens after screens. But once D'Amico Ryans adjusted to it and was able to slow down the screens, it made the Rams who they are, man.
Yeah.
How did Dana Stubble said in the past? Same old sorry
ass Rams. Yep.
Yeah, man. It was a fun game to watch. It was stressful at first, but
absolutely.
I was
surprised, man. Like I said, I was surprised in the second half. Like we haven't really shown that aggressiveness on offense that we did in today's game. So it was a pleasant surprise for sure. But yeah, man, what an incredible victory over a division opponent. We're still undefeated in the NFC West. So man, definitely a great feeling going into the bye week, not only for the fan base, but for the players. Sean Tuber has a question. What are your thoughts on Danny Gray? Now, he did play in this game. I saw him out there, but he didn't get any targets. Why do you think he's not a focal point yet in this offense?
That's a very good question, Jay and Sean. Listen, I don't know, especially with missing Debo.
Yeah.
And Juwan Jennings.
Juwan Jennings, yeah.
You would think that this would be the opportunity for him to step up, unless he's in the doghouse. Unless I gotta believe there's something that he's doing in practice that that is not making Kyle happy.
Yeah,
Kyle doesn't trust in him, or Jimmy doesn't trust in him. It has to be in practice. Something that they're not seeing. Maybe he's the type of receiver that, some receivers, it takes about a year for them to kind of truly grasp the offense, and the offense is complex.
Right.
I understand like CMC coming in, but he's a running back. Running backs can learn it much faster than a receiver. So much more for a receiver and the cuts and the breaks than it is. So I don't know.
And CMC, he's much more experienced. I mean, he's been in the league,
true that.
5, 6, 7 seasons, so he's definitely more experienced. But
and he's a Stanford kid too.
Exactly, yeah, he's a heady kid. I would also say that with Danny Gray, you got to block. You have to block in Kyle Shanahan
too.
Yeah. So if you're not a good blocker, Shanahan just can't bring you in on 30 snaps because the defense is going to know, hey, this guy's just going to go out for passes. This is obviously a passing play. Now, Danny Gray was out there, but I think right now Shanahan favors Ray McLeod over Danny Gray. Ray McLeod, he was good in special teams today. I believe he had a few catches in this game as well. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I mean, Ray's looking good. But, yeah, I think we definitely, hopefully, as we get toward the back end of the season, we'll incorporate Danny Gray. I'm just hoping, kind of like how people are hoping for Jordan Mason to get some carries. Yeah. I'm kind of hoping that Danny Gray, gets some burn as well. So,
after what I saw today, bro, we can definitely agree that CMC can throw the ball deeper than Jimmy. So if we bring Gray in, we can have CMC throw it to him.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That was an incredible play by CMC. Now, I know some people will say, well, the 49ers got lucky. And let me throw this at you, Niner Sickness. The Rams defense dropped two passes that could have been interceptions. CMC fumbled twice, in this game, and we recovered both fumbles. Now, what do you say to people who say, oh, the 49ers got lucky? They didn't really win this game. The Rams lost the game. What would you say to that?
Well, did we get lucky? Hell yeah, we did. Because they could have went their way. So, I take it. But is that the reason why we won? When you win 31-14, if we would have won by 3 points and barely got by, then I can understand the luck took a lot of that play. But when you dominated and you ran and that open play to Ross Dwally, that had nothing to do with the turnovers or the possible turnovers. That big old run by CMC or that catch from Jimmy breaking out and escaping and throwing it to CMC for the catch. So the Niners group, they got together in the halftime. They grouped up, And one thing about Kyle, he let his hair down. He
Yeah.
let his hair down, and so to speak, and it's like I guess he's like, you know what I want, Jay? Can the 49ers make like these contact lenses that every player has to wear, and every team that we play looks like the Rams?
we
Because we
come
can.
alive versus the Rams, man. I
I'm
don't know what
telling
it
you,
is.
bro.
Yeah.
And Rudy says that. Rudy says that playing around that we consider this our Super Bowl. It's not that we consider it our Super Bowl. We just dominate them in the regular season. And the way the offense came and scored, bro. Yeah, there's no way it's luck, bro. No way. Not the winning part of it.
I would say, especially the second half, you know,
Luke Luna.
The changes. What's good, Luke Luna, double L. The changes we made in the second half, man, it's just those were adjustments that were made, and we were finally able to get pressure on Stafford. And hey, they didn't score a point. Honestly, the Rams offense kind of looked like the Niners offense in the second half, the past few games that we've seen. So,
well, did you see the defense feed off the offense, bro? It seems like once the offense started to click and put points and move the ball, the defense came alive.
Yeah,
the defense just fed off. It fed off the offense, and sometimes that's what it takes. It takes a good team to feed off each other, and you got to get pumped. And that offense got pumped. I mean, I feel like, okay, the Niners score, right? Now the defense takes pride. Like, okay, now we got to give them back the ball.
Right.
And now they want it. A defense doesn't want to give the ball back to an offense that can't move the ball. Let's be honest.
Right.
But if you're moving the ball and you're being successful, that defense wants to do whatever it can do to get you the ball back in your hands. And that's what happened in the second half when we just made the Rams look silly in the second half.
Absolutely. Nothing like complimentary football, man. There's nothing like it. And I'm looking forward to more performances like this for the 49ers coming up, man. And I appreciate you calling in tonight, Niner Sickness. Are you going live tonight, or did you already go live?
No, I did. I remember earlier I did the whole 3 hour.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm pooped, bro. That's enough.
Yeah.
A friend of mine goes, "Want to go live tonight?" I'm like, "No."
Nah, that's enough.
3 hours.
3 hours. That's a lot.
It's a lot.
Maybe tomorrow night or tomorrow during the day, I have to catch you when you go live. But man, if you guys don't know about Niner Sickness, I'm sure you guys all do. Make sure you check him out on YouTube, man. Search him up, and great content creator. And I appreciate you stopping by my show just to say what's good and chop it up with me, man.
No problem. Before I go, if you allow me, so I just wanted all of your viewers, just want to remind everyone, we all know Wayne Breezy, great guy. You know, I love the guy. We all heard about what happened to his channel. His channel was stolen from him, and he's rebuilding. So if you guys haven't already subscribed to his new channel, please go and subscribe to Win Breeze's new channel and unsubscribe from his old channel, and continue to show Win Breeze some love and support. And with that, bro, thank you for having me on.
Absolutely.
Jay in the Bay, it's always a pleasure. You have a wonderful, blessed night, my brother.
Same to you, brother. Enjoy this victory, man. Same to you. Peace out.
Later.
All right. That was Niner Sickness with the Niner Sickness podcast. Always great to have him join the show. And like I said before, this is a call-in show, man. Feel free to call into the stream and voice your thoughts about this victory and about the season outlook. But I will continue on with these comments. Let's see. We have a super chat from Jag. Hot diggity dog. Appreciate that, Jag. Jag says props to D'Amico and Shanahan for adjusting. I thought our special teams was actually really solid. We can be dangerous when we get healthier. 10-7 in my humble opinion. Okay, all right. Yeah, I mean, that was one of my keys today. Can the special teams play a complete, 4-quarter game where, hey, there's not penalties on the special teams? I thought we did great in kickoff coverage today. Ray McLeod was pretty good on punt and kick returns today. And Mitch Wisnowski, I think he only had one, maybe 2 punts, I believe Mitch has. So he did well. So that was good from the special teams unit. And as Jack said, D'Amico and Shanahan, they adjusted at halftime. And this offense was actually aggressive in the second half. I was shocked. I was shocked. But it seemed like Niner Sickness said, like Beto said, they kind of fed off each other. Both units, the offensive and defensive units, kind of fed off each other, and they all wanted to pull their weight today. So that was great to see. Great to see. Nothing like complimentary football. Double L says, I wasn't worried at all. It took them 9 tries from the 1 yard line to score. Yeah. And we did have a few penalties there. He says, I messaged my boy, if the Rams keep playing like this, we were winning this game. And sure enough, that's what came to fruition. Double L. KD says, Niner Sickness, who's number 22? Oh, yeah. I think Niner Sickness said that was Eric Wright. So Eric Wright, man. But yeah, that would be dope if you could get that interview, man. Definitely, that would be dope. Let's see. We have SF Niner Sports Nation. What's good? Appreciate you tuning in to the stream tonight. Hope all is well. He says, go Niners. And Sean Tuber also says, Levi South. We have someone else in the building. Before I bring them on, though, I think we have another super chat. Let me read this real quick. So that was Eric Wright, KD. Eric Wright, I believe, is the gentleman. That's what Niner Sickness said. Eric Wright should be that gentleman who wore number 22 with Ronnie Lott. Let's bring this gentleman on. We have Korean 49er. What's good? How you doing tonight?
I'm good. How are you tonight?
Hey, pretty good. What were your thoughts about this victory tonight?
It was a good victory. The Rams are a bad team, and you have to always put away bad teams and get victories against them. I was E. Kim on that last stream with Bashar last week, if you remember that one.
Sorry, say that again?
Remember you were on Bashar's stream last week after that bad loss? Against Kansas City?
No, I wasn't on there last week. That might be someone else.
Okay, my mistake then. So I don't have anything really bad to say. I just want the team to find a way to string 4 or 5 wins together.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing. Because the way the division is, you'll have to win it to get in. If the NFC East doesn't start beating each other up.
No, absolutely. I mean, I think this is a great victory, not only for the team, but the fan base going into the bye week. Who impressed you the most in this game against the LA Rams? Who impressed you the most?
I'm going to say one player I always criticize. Jimmy didn't make too many mistakes. That wanted to God, what's the defensive back on the Rams?
Jalen Ramsey?
Ramsey, yes.
Yeah.
Outside of that one pass, I really can't get on him too badly outside of that. He did make some really good throws, like the one to Ross Dwelly when they blew that coverage.
Yeah.
And that one touchdown to Kittle.
Ooh, threw it over the defender, and he threw it where only Kittle could get it.
Or no one could get it.
Yeah. Or no one could get it. Hey, man, Kittle made a great catch, man. I mean, hey, he's a professional receiver. He's got to go up there, catch the ball at the high point, and that's what he did. So, there's no doubt. Jimmy G, he's easy to criticize. I mean, today though, 21 of 25, he did have those 2 Jimmy no throws, but hey, we know Jimmy. That's what he does pretty much every game. Sometimes the defense picks him off, sometimes they don't. And honestly, we were a little lucky today. We were a little lucky that Jalen Ramsey, I don't know how he dropped that pass, but I'm certainly glad he did. That's for sure. But Jimmy G played well. I would take 21 of 25 every week from here on out. Let me ask you this. What concerns you most for the 49ers going into the bye week? It could be a position. It could be a player. But who concerns you the most going into the bye week and facing off against the Chargers at home in 2 weeks?
We have a pylon at right tackle with McGlinchey. That's another player I criticize a lot because I believe he's talented, but he got horribly blown up last week, and he did help contribute to a couple sacks this week. But the team still found a way to win, so that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
So that's the main position I'm concerned. Hopefully, the defensive line gets a little healthier, It's another area. I thought we could have gotten more sacks, but hey, they played well, and the coaching staff made adjustments after halftime, so that's the most important thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, with McGlinchey, I don't think there's really anything you can do in the season. I don't think there's any other right tackle. Like, usually teams don't trade good offensive linemen, especially not in the middle of the season. And, Mike McGlinchey, yeah, he's pretty good run blocker, pass blocker. He leaves a little bit to be desired in the pass blocking situations. But, the Niners kind of have to, hey, maybe have a running back chip his edge rusher on the way out for a pass. George Kittle could be next to him and help pass block. I think that's what they're going to have to do. Mike McGlinchey, let me ask you this. Mike McGlinchey, he will be in the last year. Actually, this year is the last year of his rookie contract. Hey, are you in favor of bringing McGlinchey back next year?
I was not in favor of them giving him the 5th-year option at 10.9, almost 10.9 million. So there's the answer there. But we'll leave it at that. Decision was made to bring him back.
Yeah.
But I'm just wanting the team just to string together some wins and play complimentary football. That's all we could ask for the rest of this after the bye week, and hopefully, because they're going to play the Chargers, and who knows what they'll be, but they have a legit quarterback. So that's something to always be wary of.
Absolutely, yeah. They're a talented team. They've been underwhelming so far, but there's no doubt they have talent on both sides of the ball. And yeah, that's going to be a interesting matchup. But coming off the bye week, we'll be well rested. We could get some more players back, possibly Jason Barrett, Dre Greenlaw, Elijah Mitchell, Debo. So hey, I'm looking forward to that matchup for sure. But I appreciate you calling in tonight, Korean 49ers. First time I've seen you in the chat, and hey, man, hopefully you subscribe, and I'll see you on the next show.
Thank you. For whatever reason, my camera's not working, so it is what it is, though. Appreciate you taking my call.
No worries, man. Appreciate you calling in. You're always welcome to call in, man. Appreciate you. I'll see you on the next one.
You have a nice week.
All right, you too. Enjoy the win. All right. Let's read a few of these comments. I gotta say, what's good? We have John in the building. Appreciate you coming in. Shifty's 49ers talk. Appreciate you coming in tonight. Great job on your stream. I know you were streaming the actual game. Randy, what's good? Randy says Ramilia. Yeah, where is the Ramilia Sports Report? Randy says, so pumped, love when I expect the worst and we win. Absolutely. We have another gentleman on the line. Let's bring in Redder. What's good? How you doing tonight, Redder?
Good. Just pretty bad loss for us.
Who the Steelers played? Oh yeah, you guys played the Eagles. Whew. Battle of Pennsylvania. Oh.
It was
hey man, I don't think there's any shame in that, man. The Eagles are, they are a legit team. They're still undefeated. And hey, who do you guys play next week? You just got to take this loss and move on. But who do you guys play next week? Could you guys definitely have to bounce back, that's for sure.
We played the Saints.
Ooh, and the Saints, they just beat the Raiders 24-0.
But that's November the 13th, so it'll be I think it's our bye week.
Oh, you got your bye week. Yeah, so Niners and Steelers going into their bye week. But obviously it would be much better, bye week. It would be a much better feeling to go into the bye week with the victory as opposed to a loss, that's for sure. But you guys got two guys at quarterback. What is it? Trubisky and Pickett. Who do you want to start after the bye week, man?
I don't know. I mean, it's not looking great. 49ers got a great win though.
Yeah.
Over the defending Super Bowl champions.
Oh yeah, swept them, beat them twice this season. So that's a wonderful feeling, man. And to get that victory going into the bye week, man, it's nothing better. Now we don't have to hear anything from Rams fans, and like our issues aren't eradicated, right? We still have issues, But I think this is a great step in the right direction, and hopefully we get some of our guys back after the bye week as well, man.
Yeah. I don't really know that many Rams fans, but on YouTube, I do know Payo Time. You know him?
Yeah, he's a cool cat. I had him on my live stream earlier today when we did the pregame show. Yeah, so he's cool.
Yeah, that's good. But Trey Lance, Maya may be out, but Jimmy G's been holding pretty solid. I mean, of course, he's going to be Jimmy G and make some mistakes, but
yeah, I mean, that's who Jimmy is. I mean, Jimmy, you know, what separates the average from the good or the average from the great is consistency, and that's kind of what Jimmy G lacks. Fortunately, he's been healthy this season, but that was definitely an issue in the past with Jimmy G's health. And there's going to be some Jimmy oh no throws. He's going to throw like today. He threw a few passes, one that Jalen Ramsey, I don't know how he dropped, but he did. Fortunately, he did. But Jimmy G was 21 of 25 passing. I mean, you can't really get better than that in terms of what we expect from Jimmy G. If he could do that for the rest of the season, I'll take that right now. But we know that's probably not the case. For whatever reason, Jimmy G plays well versus the Rams. I don't know what it is, but what the game plan, Jimmy G likes to get the ball out quick. And we got playmakers, man. Did you hear about CMC today, Christian McCaffrey?
I actually wasn't watching either the 49ers game or the Steelers game because they weren't on my TV.
Well, let me tell you this. CMC, the first running back in Niner history and the first running back since 2005 to have a rushing touchdown, a receiving touchdown, and he threw a touchdown pass. So
for a touchdown pass.
He threw a touchdown pass to Brandon Ayuk. Hey, Google it on YouTube, man.
I did see the like dive and grab or whatever.
Yeah.
In the end zone.
Oh yeah. When he jumped up in the air and he caught the ball, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, man. I mean, I know we gave up a lot for CMC, but I mean,
hey,
I think it's worth it.
I think it was really worth it because he may have injury prone, but when you get a player like that, it really helps the team, especially with a team like the 49ers who are contending.
Absolutely. And then Debo was out today. He didn't play. He's got the hamstring injury. So CMC really, you know, I would say he kind of put the team on his back for sure. He was the catalyst in this victory. That's for sure. So,
yeah, well, I mean, I know like in recent years, the 49ers have had the injury bug, like as every NFL team does, right?
Right.
But
some teams, yeah.
Ever since the Super Bowl loss, y'all the highest you made is the NFC Championship, right?
Right.
Yeah, well, I mean, y'all can actually, I think y'all can contend for a Super Bowl win this year. Y'all have a really good defense. Probably, wait, what number is your defense in the NFL right now?
We were one. I don't know if we're there still. I doubt it because we've had some injuries, you know, on our defense, and it hasn't been as good as we were like the first month of the season. But I would have guessed we're still like top 5, top 7, I would say.
Oh, well, that's still really good, and the offense is holding up too. So
that's the thing. Like the defense was carrying the team earlier on in the season. Now the offense needs to carry the team. If the offense can score what we did today, at least 30 points a game for every game the rest of the season, I'll take that, obviously. And I think that'll put us in better position to win because do I think the defense will play like this every week where we only allow 14 points? I doubt it. But if this 49ers offense is picking up the slack and doing its job and able to put points on the board, I mean, you know, hey, you never know. You never know what could happen, but we got to take it game by game, Redder. That's for sure. Take it game by game.
Before I go, I just have one quick question.
Sure.
Has all of the NFC West teams played?
Yes. The Cardinals lost. The Seahawks won.
Do you know the standings?
I don't, but I could look it up real quick. Yeah, let's see the stand. I believe the Seahawks are still first in the division.
Yeah, they won. Yeah,
they won. They beat the Giants at home today. And so let's see. So yeah, Seahawks are 5-3. We're second in the division at 4-4. The Rams are 3-4, and then the Cardinals are 3-5.
Oh, so
It's
Yeah.
still pretty tight though. I mean, there's no guarantee. I mean, the Cardinals, even though they're 3-5, I mean, they could still get on a run and possibly, win the division. I mean, I think 10 wins or 11 wins could probably win the division this year for the NFC West.
Yeah, I was hearing about earlier, right? Sorry, I'm bringing up something else just real quick before I leave. I heard about what was the guy's name before you? He was talking about Mike McGlinchey, right?
Yes.
He's your right tackle.
Yes.
So, is he played like any good this year?
Here's the thing, like about offensive linemen. So if let's say there are 40 offensive snaps, and McGlinchey could play great for 36. He could hold up his end in the passing game. He could do well run blocking, and then there'll be those handful of plays where he just gets pushed over by an edge rusher, or will run right past him, and then he'll allow a sack. That's kind of what Mike McGlinchey is. Overall, he's solid, but I don't think he's necessarily a franchise right tackle, or he is overall probably one of the better right tackles, probably a top 10. But when he gives up those sacks, it's just so frustrating, because that's where he's at his weakest is pass blocking, especially against the elite of the elite pass rushers. So he's in the last year of his contract with the 49ers. And I wouldn't be surprised if he's gone, but honestly, I won't be surprised if the Niners keep him. It depends on how much McGlinchey wants, honestly.
You guys do have the best tackle in football, though.
Yeah, the big silver back in Trent Williams, that's for sure.
He's insanely good. He's old, but still, he gets better with age.
Hey, I think so, man. As long as he stays healthy, we're all good, man.
Anyways, it was good talking to you.
Same to you, Redder.
I hope to see you. I will come to another of your streams, obviously. So
appreciate that, man. Same to you. You're always welcome to call in.
You have a good night.
You too, man. Appreciate you. All right.
See you.
That was Redder. We have another gentleman who has called in. Let me know if you are ready by showing me on the screen. Let me know if you are ready to jump into the call. But first, let's read a few comments. Let's see. Luke Luna says Eagles don't play a team over 500 till week 13. Wow. Okay. Yeah. I mean, the Eagles, they could be maybe a 14, 15 win team this year, especially if they can stay healthy. You have a great night as well, KD. Appreciate you tuning in to the stream. Appreciate you calling in and for the super chat. Let's see. Oh, okay. Okay. So looks like our next guest is ready. So let's bring on this gentleman. We have John J, aka 49ers Ultimate Report. What's good? How you doing tonight, John J?
What's up, Jay in the Bay? Sorry, I can't show my face. I'm outside right now. I'm doing something, but thanks for having me on.
Hey, you're more than welcome, man. Always a pleasure to have you on, man. What were your thoughts about this victory? Were you nervous at all during the game?
There was a moment, where I was like, the same old 49ers. But in the second half, I think Kyle Shanahan adjusted. D'Amico Ryans adjusted because we gave up no points, no field goals, no touchdowns. So I think they finally did something, which is adjust, because every coach, when they're trailing, even when they're winning, they always adjust to make sure they're able to, either if they're trailing to come back and win, or if they're leading to make sure they don't lose the lead. And in the first half, the defense did not look so good, but then in the second half, they just balled out. Nick Bosa had a couple of sacks. Fred Warner had a sack. The defense played really well. We contained their wide receivers. And then on the offensive side, 21 unanswered points in the second half. And so the Niners, basically were trailing. They came back. They won. And now we're 500 entering the bye, which is we really, really need. We'll have Deebo Samuel back. He'll have 2 weeks to get back to football shape. Juwan Jennings should be back.
Maybe Dwayne Greenlaw.
Yeah, So yeah, a lot of players are going to be returning, which is really good for us. One thing I want to talk about Mike McGlinchey that a lot of people don't see. There were 2 plays where Mike McGlinchey really messed up, and when I mean really messed up, awful.
Yeah.
He double teamed Aaron Donald where he didn't have to, and he missed his assignment. He missed his assignment, and Jimmy got sacked. Basically, then there was another play where he missed his assignment. You know, he tried to block, and then he was like, put his hands up in the air, like, "Oh, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened." And when you do that, you know, you lose. You know, I lose faith in you, and that's one thing about Mike McGlinchey. And I've said it in the past week. Good riddance. I hope he's not back with us. He's not a good pass blocker. He's a bad pass blocker, and you've seen it. He causes a lot of holding penalties, like he did last week. If we run the ball like 70 times, 60, 70 times a game, yeah, he looks really good. But when it comes to his pass protecting, it gets worse every game. So I wanted to say that about Mike McGlinchey. Again, as an offensive line, you know, player, and I've coached, you know, I've played a little bit, you know, sports and stuff, you know, so I know I've coached. When you're not doing your assignment, you know, you're going to make a lot of bad mistakes, which costs the team. And Mike McGlinchey needs to understand that when he plays, he has to look around and see if there's someone on the edge rush that's going to rush in, and then lets the guard next to him take his assignment so that doesn't happen. He doesn't do that. I don't know why. So I wanted to talk about Mike McGlinchey.
Well, on one of those plays, I think you're referring to, on the replay, it showed that Aaron Donald, he was lined up. I believe he was lined up in between McGlinchey and Burford, and the center snapped the ball, and Burford didn't move for whatever reason. I guess he forgot the snap count, and that allowed Donald to just go right in and have a free shot on Jimmy. I think Jimmy was able to miss Aaron Donald, but I think he got sacked by Leonard Floyd. I think that's one of the plays you may be referring to. But yeah, the other play, McGlinchey, yeah, he gave up a sack. That's for sure. Because I think Floyd had 2 sacks. And I believe Mike McGlinchey gave up, definitely one of those sacks. But the Aaron Donald pressure, I think that was more on Burford. Mm-hmm. At least that's what the replay showed. But overall, about McGlinchey, I can't really argue with you. He's not a premier pass blocker as a right tackle, but I just have a feeling I won't be surprised if the Niners bring him back. I think it depends on how much money he wants.
You know, well, you know, at the end of the day, like, Burford is a rookie. People forget, like, this is only his 8th game of the season. So, you know, like, you know, of course he's going to make rookie mistakes, but at the same time, I think it was like, because they said Leonard Floyd, you know, got his very first sack this season because of these missed coverages. And again, I watched McGlinchey, and he's not awful. It's just that when it comes to certain pass plays, like, you know, like, he does make a lot of bad mistakes.
Yeah. I just think he gets overpowered. It could be a bull rush, and we know in football, the low man wins. And if you have an edge rusher who's only 6'3" or 6'4", and McGlinchey's like 6'7", 6'8", he gets under McGlinchey's pads. He just pushes him back into the quarterback. We've seen that time and time again. And I mean, it's definitely frustrating. And the 49ers and Kyle Shanahan kind of have to like work around Mike McGlinchey, Unfortunately, we only really talk about offensive linemen when they give up sacks or there's a penalty. I think there's a reason why McGlinchey's still on the team. I mean, I know this is his last year of his rookie deal. And I think the 49ers did not have a better option at right tackle, at least not on the team. But yeah, it'll be very interesting to see what the Niners do at the end of the season in regards to Mike McGlinchey. I know you and a lot of fans, don't want him back, and I totally respect that. And I would probably say I don't want him back either, but I won't be shocked if he returns, if it's like a 1-year deal, because obviously he wants to put on his best tape. He wants to get that generational wealth. He's not going to get Trent Williams money, but maybe if he could get a multi-year contract extension with another team, I'm sure he's trying to get that. But if he can't get that, then maybe he'll have to settle for a 1 or 2 year deal. And if Frog Marate loves to get a team-friendly deal. And if he can get that to Mike McGlinchey, I just won't be shocked.
Mm-hmm. Now, one great positive thing that I kind of called this week, I felt that Christian McCaffrey was going to get. I didn't think he was going to have the game that he had today, because like almost 200 all-purpose yards.
Insane.
Let's talk about that touchdown pass. You have to watch it again, but that was a perfect spiral. There was no. It wasn't like Deebo Samuel when he threw it last year. It was a little bit of wobble, a little bit of inconsistency. But Christian McCaffrey, like he threw that football really well. Like I have to give him an A+ as a running back. That was a good throw to Brandon Ayuk. So he had 34 yards throwing the football, almost 100 yards on the ground, 94 total yards. And that run that, I thought it was a touchdown, but that was a big run.
Huge
and he
run.
had 8 catches for 55 receiving yards. And he did something that only like 11 players in the NFL have done: 1 passing touchdown, receiving touchdown, and 1 rushing touchdown.
Incredible, man.
And then we spoke about this, when the trade happened. Deebo and CMC in the backfield are right next to each other. The defense is going to be so scared. Like, look what we did. Of course, we always beat the Rams. The Rams, they were like our like some of our Rams friends tell us, you beat us all the time, but we have that one game that they always got to remember. But yeah, we always beat the Rams. Now we have a bye week. We're going to play back in LA with the Chargers, because the Chargers play over there. Then after that, a lot of the teams that I thought in the season, like, they're god awful at that stretch. So, the Bucks ain't good. I call that. The Dolphins, they're okay right now.
Yeah, got the Saints coming up.
So
I think that Chargers game is in Santa Clara. Yeah, it's in Santa Clara.
Oh, I think I read the schedule wrong, but we'll be in California.
Yeah, yep, absolutely.
In 2 weeks, but it's always great, being on here, Jay. I know there's a lot of people calling. I appreciate you having me on.
Hey, you're always welcome to call in, man. Appreciate you calling in. And just to echo Jag's sentiments about the 49ers don't really have to travel, I think the farthest we have to travel will be Mexico City, November 21st, when we play the Cardinals. And then, of course, we travel to Vegas, but that's the farthest we'll have to travel. Every other game we play besides Vegas, Mexico City, I believe the rest of the game. Oh, and we got to go up to Seattle one time. Other than those 3 games, all the rest of the games are at home. So I think that the 49ers can definitely go on a run, I would say.
Yeah. So, yeah, I appreciate, being on, Jay. Have a good rest of your show. Shout out to everyone in the chat. And just like I always say, Jay in the Bay, if you're not subscribed to his channel, you're doing yourself a disservice. He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT.
Appreciate your kind words, man. You're always welcome to call in, man. And you have a great rest of your night and enjoy this victory, John Jay. Yeah.
All right, man.
I'm out. All right, man. Take it easy. All right. That was John Jay, the 49er Ultimate Report. If you haven't heard of him, make sure you check him out. Just search his name, the 49er Ultimate Report, on YouTube. Check him out. Does excellent 49er content, and he's really consistent and knowledgeable about the squad. We've reached an hour, man. Huge shout out to everyone that contributed to the stream, whether it was via the chat, whether it was whether it was super chats. I think KD had one, Blue True, Jag. Appreciate all the super chats. And I will see you guys later on. Let's see. We will have a show straight out of the Bay. I believe it's going to be on the Dream's YouTube channel, and that should be coming on in an hour. So if you guys want to continue this conversation talking about the faithful, the Niner Empire, go on over to the Dream YouTube channel. You should be myself, Kels Chronicles, the Dream, and Bay Area Baller 18. We'll continue to talk about this game. But man, hell of a win. I'm glad we're at 500 going into the bye week. Huge shout out if you're watching on Jay and Bay Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Feel free to hit that thumbs up button before you head on out and enjoy this victory. Enjoy this victory for sure. But that's it for me on the Jay and Bay YouTube channel. Go Niners. Have a great night. Have a productive week.